nerve-wracking.
Today's edition is the hardest course I've ever played. Lots of cliffs to go over,
I'm sorry I talked bad about you.
water to traverse,
All right, that's awesome.
long, fast greens, and ducks. So let's get going. So this course is Grandview Country Club in Beaver, West Virginia. I used to play this course when I was a young man with my dad, and it was always a challenge. So as you can see, they start out of the gate going over this big pond. I actually took it left into the next fairway because that was the shortest amount of water that I could cross. This was a pretty good shot, except for I caught one branch of that tree and knocked it down, straight down below it. Still, pretty good approach. Leaves me in a really nice position in front of the green. So I'm just trying to bump it up there with an 8. Still trying to get the feel for this, as you can see. Watch. Not too bad, but I left myself a little bit too long of a bogey putt. One of my goals today was to 2-putt as much as possible. And as we'll see, I do a pretty good job of that today. Just not on this hole. Using the old persimmon wood from my dad's old set. I'm away from Maryland where my regular clubs are, and so, trying to hit that thing, getting around 200 yards on it, so not too bad. But again, here's another crazy lake to go around, so I have to kind of take the wide way around. I don't want to risk going over that thing. And what you can't see here is there's another lake right behind the green, so we're kind of looking at a peninsula to get up onto. Somehow stayed on there. Chipped up. But again, another long putt. This time, though, I get the distance right, and honestly, almost hole it. I've been using Bob Rotella's method of trying to make every putt. Don't try to lag, just try and make them. And as you'll see, it's working out a lot better for me. This front nine's got a lot of big open fairways, but the catch is they're pretty long for me. And I'm also playing from the white tees this time, as opposed to the forward tees. Missed the fairway a little bit, so I needed to get back on. But that was a good shot. This was a really nice approach to get onto the green over a hazard there. Almost had it. Still, first bogey of the day, we'll take it. All right, 557 yards, long par 5 for me. Good news is I don't hit far enough to reach that bunker. But going over blind hills, I kind of get in my head a little bit and top the ball. This is the big problem with my game, so check this out. Again, top it again, like 2 in a row. So there's 2 thrown away shots on this hole. And at the end, we'll see that if I didn't have those throwaway shots, I'd be all right on this, because that was a pretty decent shot down the fairway to get me in good position. Taking the 6 to try and get up onto this green. Not quite there. I'm still dialing in the distance on these clubs of my dad's. But this was a really good chip up onto the green.
Great shot.
Should be an easy, and it broke weird on me. This was a time that I did not take Bob's advice. I didn't put it through the back of the hole, and it cost me. Still 2-putted though, so we'll take it. I have to say, the sound of that driver cracks me up every time. It's like a tree being chopped down or something. Chunk the heck out of that ball. I have got to get put together on these iron shots. I just keep throwing away shots, and I'm not good enough to afford to be able to throw away shots. So on this approach, I should have hit this harder to get up onto the green and ended up with a double chip, but I was definitely afraid of the pond behind the hole. If you go long there, it's gone, and I was really afraid of that. But look, again, another really nice 2-putt. This time I got under the ball, crazily enough. So this driver is so small that if you tee it up really any higher than club height, it's very easy to get under the thing. But I'm keeping it pretty in the fairway, or at least very playable. So that's a good sign. Here I'm trying to avoid water. There's yet another lake on this hole. This course is nothing but water hazards and woods and cliffs. This is a very difficult course, at least for somebody in my skill level. It's 127 slope, which I think for anyone is a challenge. Another 2-putt, gotta like that. Would have been great to sink that one, but that's okay. So as you can see, this course lines right up against the woods. So any error to the right, you're in big trouble. So this par 3 goes over a big ravine. You've got to hit the green. You'll see in a second. These kind of shots are incredibly stressful for me.
Whew. That is nerve-wracking.
Okay, look at this green. Diabolical. Look at the right-hand side. Into the woods. Oh boy, I feel lucky to be on there. Still on the green. That was a really nice shot to get up on there. Long putt for my birdie, but hey, first par of the day.
All right, that's awesome. Feels so good to finally get a par out here. These courses are not easy.
Again, right is dead, big time dead. So I got to stay left here.
If you want to know why this course is called Grandview, let's go take a look. That is a pretty grand view.
Decent shot to get up close to the green there. Would be nice to get on the green on that shot, but that's okay. I'll take this little pitch into the green. It's starting to rain on me a little bit. The aim on that was good, but man, did it roll out. Misjudged the heck out of this one. It went a lot too far. We'll still try to 2-putt it though. Oh, heartbreaker. The line was perfect. Just did not give it quite enough. That's okay. One more hole in the front 9. Again, I go under the ball with that driver. So frustrating. And of course the frustration starts to mount, and I get my second shot as well. Don't do this, people. Don't play angry. That never works. So I calmed down a little bit. I got my senses together, put this ball up close to the green. Now I can pull out the old Texas wedge. Texas wedge works for me most of the time to get pretty close to the hole, and this is reasonable. I really thought that was going to break right to left, but it did not. Still, another 2-putt, so that's fantastic. All right, we're back to the water, you guys. Huge lake right in front of the tee box. And it gets in your head. It gets in your head. That should be an easy over, and instead, plop right into the water. That's all right. When in doubt, try again with a different club. Still, now I'm already on shot 4 with my second shot of this hole. Not great. this point, I'm just trying to calm down and keep it in the fairway, slowly but surely approach this green. It's got 2 bunkers guarding it, as you can see, and I'm trying to avoid both of those. Hit the green. Did it stay on? All right, I landed it on the green. Oh, this looks good, looks good. Oh, look, I tell you, that lip out is a heartbreaker. But let me tell you something. The Bob Rotella method is working for me. Going right at that hole gets me around it and able to 2-putt again. This is a pretty long par 3, so I don't quite make it. And the thing about this one is the green is very sloped on all sides, so... Oh, this putt is tricky, tricky. If I miss it long, it's gone. Long one for par. Honestly, I'm just trying to keep it on the green. Knee knocker, but I get it. Another bogey. That is a good bogey. Hey, more water. This course is nothing but hazards. Pretty terrible chunk shot, but it makes it over, and I get to hang out with the ducks on the way. How cute are these ducklings? So cute. Pretty decent shot over that hill. And now this should be a doable shot right into the green. Look, there's another bunker to guard it on that left side, so I want to stay away from that. Get almost to the green here. I got the line on this pretty good, but I didn't give it enough. The old Texas wedge got caught up too much before it reached the green. Ooh. So that one, way too far. 2-putting from here is going to be rough. One of my only 3 putts of the day. And this is a disappointing hole because I was really hoping to get par out of that with those approach shots. That's all right, on to the next one. So there's a fairway bunker there I've got to get over, and then I've got tree trouble on the right. The ball is on a hillside, which makes it a lot harder to hit cleanly. So let's see if we can pick this out of here. All right, couldn't ask for a better shot than that. All right. So I gotta stay left on this to avoid the big swale, and I don't do that. That's all right. We'll get it on this time. All right, so bogey putt, pretty long one. Let's see if we can get it close. And I get pretty close. The putting today was on, I have to say. The putting was good. Not bad. Still, a little bit of a knee knocker. Let's see if we can put this in. Learn my lesson from the last time. Okay. This is a pretty straightforward hole. Straight up the gut there. The only weird thing is that you can't see over the top of that hill. That's the thing about West Virginia courses. They're hilly. Took this approach shot just a little bit left at the end. It looked great, and then I got a bad kick and knocked me over to the side. Little 8 up onto the green. Not a bad one. All right, here we go for the bogey. Oh my God. Oh. That hurts so bad. Get the comebacker though, it's fine. Man alive. Can't buy them sometimes. It's wild. Oh well. Okay. Every golf course has its signature hole, and for Grandview, it's hole 15. All right, so this hole is visually very intimidating.
Amazing. On the green. I'm sorry I talked bad about you. And the scenery on this course is ridiculously good. I paid $28 to play this today. There's where we came from. That's where we ended up.
I used to play on cliffs like that all the time when I was a kid. It's a wonder I didn't die of rattlesnake bite. All right, having hit the green off of the tee, I really want to get par on this hole. I gotta tell you, that was a pretty decent putt, but this is really
That's
perfect.
what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. Awesome. This is like going on a hike, y'all. Totally crazy.
So this was straight up the hill. By the time I got to the next tee box, I was so out of breath. It was unbelievable. I think most of the people drive carts. So we got to hit that little window between those trees to get through. Luckily I do, barely. The shot goes over the hill and then down into a steep ravine. But I get a great roll out and end up very close to the hole. Just trying to tip it on with this 8, but I got too much of it and it rolled off the green, unfortunately. Decent Texas wedge there. Oh, another lip out. Oh gosh. Those are heartbreakers. Can I get this to come back though? Yes, I don't compound it and get another 2-putt. All right, now this hole features not 1 but 2 lakes to go across. So I'm going around both of those lakes. I'm going to stay to the right, way to the right, and go completely around. Water and I are incompatible on golf courses. All right, so this is my last shot. The hole is, I'm on a different fairway now, so the hole is actually behind those pine trees in front.
4.
I couldn't see if anyone was there, so I didn't want to risk it. I would like to have that chip back. It should have been on the green, but that's okay. You can see the lake behind me there, the second lake. The first one's over the top of that hill. That wasn't a bad chip on. Now let's see if I can 2-putt here to keep a maximum score off the scorecard. Ah, lip out. I'm getting closer, you guys. If those lip outs started going, I'd be good to go. 2-putt again. All right, last hole. Chunk the living heck out of the tee shot. That is frustrating. All right, the second shot will land me strategically right next to yet another lake. No going around this one. You got to go over. And I make it by the skin of my teeth. Look at that. Still have a chance to get up for a chance at bogey. So I'm going to chip up there. Long, long bogey putt, though. In the hole. That was so satisfying.
Finish strong. That golf course was beautiful. It wasn't super hard, and I made it hard. I had a nice day out here. Thanks for joining me.